everyone, my name is Mamiya and welcome to Personal Development. In the previous video lecture that you have watched, you have learned about Introduction to Personal Development and Knowing Oneself, where you have encountered Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. How many needs do we have? Yes, very good. We have five. So the bottom one is what we call physiological needs, followed by safety needs. Then we have belonging needs, esteem needs, and lastly is what we call self-actualization needs. Now, as a continuation of our discussion, we will be having a next topic, which is what we called holistic development. Mom, is it holy? No, it is not related to holiness. Mom, is it being whole? Yes, you got the correct answer, but we will know further about this as we discuss the lesson. So let's define whole person. Who are whole persons? Are you a whole person? Am I a whole person? Now we will know it further as you study the illustration that I have prepared for you. So what have you noticed in the image? Aside from the illustration doesn't have any face, what else? Okay, very good. So the illustration is composed of different boxes that has different colors. Now that image will help us understand more about the definition of whole person, emphasizing the complete aspects of a person or his totality. So as you can see in the image, it has different boxes that has different colors, and those colors signifies each aspects that a person has in their life. For example, in my case, since the yellow box is at the center, I can say that this will symbolize as my family because I think they have played a great or big part in my life. Again, it depends. Kanya-kanya tayo. So, hindi porket malaki yung bahagi na ginagampanan ng pamilya ko sa akin, ibig sabihin ganun din sa'yo kasi magkaiba tayo ng buhay. May kanya-kanya tayong pinagdadaanan. So, that is whole person. Again, totality, kabuuan. So, it means that it refers to the factors that influence you as a person. So next is we have theories. We have here dualism. In personal development, this represents mind and body. So it means that understanding the nature of things in a simple dual mode. So I am aware that you are all familiar with the image that I have prepared. So if you're a fan of Kung Fu movies, for sure you have seen that. So that image is also known as the yin and yang, which represent balance. So light, dark, good, bad, black, white, sadness, happiness. So you need to accept the concept that there will always be an opposite of one another. Holism. So the proponent is, we have General John C. Smuts. Holism means the tendency in nature to form wholes which are greater than the sum of the parts through creative evolution. Something that is made of many parts and yet is somehow more than or different from the combination of its parts, broadly the general quality or character or something. In a shorter version, it means that ang isang bahagi ay ang isang bagay ay mas magiging makabuluhan kapag naging isang bahagi siya ng kabuuan. Halimbawa, a car is made up of hundreds of different parts. Separately, these parts do not represent the car, but when put together and made to work with each other, these parts produce a new entity entirely different from its parts. So this is the car. We have screws, wheels, and windshield or mirror. So as you can see, these individual parts has its functions already. So may pakinabang na yan. Yung screw, alam natin, naiikot yan, yung gulong, alam din natin na yung function niya is, to balance. And then, yung salamin na talaga yan. Pero mas naging makabuluhan sila nung pinagsama-sama sila at naging bahagi sila ng kabuuan ng isang kotse. So, for example, let's say, kunyari ay yung wood, diba? Yung puno, for example. So, yung puno may pakinabang na siya, but the moment the wood was used and made as tables and furnitures and part of a house, the wood itself, mas nagkaroon pa siya ng kabuluhan, mas nagkaroon siya ng pakinabang. Various aspects of holistic development of persons. First is physiological. It includes our physical senses, followed by cognitive. It's the functions of the mind or the way how our brain works. Psychological is about our behavior, feeling, and emotion. Social is the way how we interact with others. Then last is spiritual, or the beliefs, values, and virtues that we have. So now, have you watched the movie Inside Out already? Do you know them? Okay, so our next topic is about feelings and emotions. Now, there is some misconception about these. Magkaiba po ang feelings and emotions, okay? When we say feelings, moods, and emotions do not exactly mean one and the same. Yes, I would just like to reiterate that. It's not the same. So, Paul Ekman of the University of California identifies 6 basic emotions that human beings experiencing. So, we have happiness, sadness, fear, anger, surprise, and disgust. So, those that I have mentioned are the basic emotions that was, according to Paul Ekman, is experiencing by human beings. For example, humingi ka ng pera sa nanay mo. Tapos, nakita mong nakakunot yung noo ng nanay mo. May dalang mga damit. Mga damit mo pala yun. Palalayasin ka na. So, nung nakita mo yung mga damit, na-trigger yung feeling mo, yung stimulus mo na parang, wait lang, bakit dala-dala ni mama yung damit ko? Parang mapapalayas na ako ah. So, again, anong nagagawa? Kinakabahan ka. And that kaba or nervousness will lead to an emotion, which is what we called pwedeng fear, pwedeng sadness, o kaya happiness kung gusto mo nang lumaya sa inyo. Pero for sure, sa sadness yun mapupunta. Attitudes, we have positive attitude, negative attitude, and neutral attitude. Now, what is attitude? So when we say attitude, it is a person's thoughts, feelings, and emotions about another person, object, idea, or situation. So basically, lahat ng nararamdaman mo or naiisip mo patungkol sa ibang tao, that is an attitude. O for example, nakaupo ka sa jeep, tas may katapat ka, tapos yung itsura ng katapat mo, puro hikaw, ganyan, tas may mga tattoo, ganyan. Sa isip mo, ano ba naman to? Para naman tong di gagawa ng mabuti. So, ngayon, yung nasa isip mo na yun, magre-reflect yan ngayon. Paano yan magre-reflect? Sa behavior naman yun lalabas. So, when we say behavior, a manifestation or acting out of the attitudes an individual has. So, katulad nga na example natin kanina, dahil nga mukha siyang hindi gagawa ng mabuti, ngayon, pag abot mo ng bayad, medyo padabog mo siyang inabot. So, that is your behavior. Kasi, yung behavior mo, naapektuhan nung attitude mo dun sa tao. O for example, nasa kantin ka ha, another example, nasa kantin ka, tapos may nakita kang tumingin sa'yo or nakatingin sa'yo, tapos parang masama yung tingin. Sa isip mo, parang gusto yata nito ng away parang galit yata to sa akin So ngayon, mag-reflect siya sa behavior mo. How? So pagka nagkasalubong kayo, pwedeng banggain mo siya, o kaya naman, taasan mo siya ng kilay like, 'di ba? Parang may ginawa siyang masama sa'yo. Kasi, yun nga, yung reaction or yun yung result ng attitude mo dun sa tao. Okay? So, balikan natin yung image kanina. So, it's a cycle. My attitude affects my behavior. Your attitude affects your behavior. Then, your behavior affects my attitude. O, for example, ang attitude ko, kunyari ay, nasa isip ko makukulit kayo. Ko, parang makulit tong mga batang to So, ngayon, yung nasa isip ko ngayon, magre-reflect yun sa kilos ko. So, pwedeng lagi ko kayong pagagalitan, o kaya lagi ako naiinis sa inyo. Ngayon, yung ginawa ko naman, magre-result naman yun sa attitude nyo patungkol sa akin. So, dahil lagi ko kayong pinapaglitan, iisipin nyo, ay, parang ano to si Mamiya, parang may something to parang ganito yan, ganyan yan So, magre-reflect yan sa behavior nyo. Lagi kayong magpapasaway sa akin, lagi kayong magkukulit sa akin. Then, again, marireceive ko na naman yung behavior na pinakita nyo, tapos magkakaroon ako ng panibagong isipin patungkol sa inyo. That is the cycle of attitude and behavior. So, kapag kami nakita kang isang tao, tapos nasa isip mo na mukha siyang mabait, so, ang gagawin mo syempre, mabait mo siya pakikitunguhan, diba? Tapos, kung paano mo siya pakitunguhan, ganun ka rin niya papakitunguhan. Yan, kung swerte ka. Pero, again, it depends. It depends. So, positive attitude, ito yung maganda yung tingin mo sa isang tao. Negative attitude, hala, parang ano naman to. Pero sa isip mo lang yun, walang nakakaalam nun. Kasi, again, maliban na lang kung i-voice out mo. Neutral attitude, ito yung hindi natin alam kung positive ba yan, negative ba yan. Kumbaga, nasa ano lang siya, nasa gitna lang siya. So next is we have what we call values. So values is the core of every person lies a system of beliefs that adheres to the highest ideals of human existence. So these are the things that we tend to follow as we live. For example, maging mabait ka, ganyan, maging magalang ka, yan. Those are values. These ideals create meaning and purpose in a person's life. These ideals are called values. So, bawat bahay may kanya-kanyang values na talaga namang pina-priority. May ibang bahay na ang priority nila or ang talagang dinevelop sa'yo is yung pagiging magalang mo. May iba naman na bahay na ang dinevelop sa'yo is pagiging masinop mo sa gamit. It depends. It depends. Next is we have core values. So, we have here integrity, accountability, diligence, perseverance, and discipline. So, ito daw yung mga basic core values that we should have kapag ka nasa workplace kayo. So, integrity, syempre, hindi dapat laging, or let's say, hindi porket walang nakatingin, hindi ka nagagawa ng tama. Isa yan sa pinakamahirap, di ba? Yung makapulot ka nga lang ng 500, lilingon-lingon ka na kung sino may-ari. Pag sinabing integrity, kahit walang nakatingin, you still do what is right. Accountability is, kapag ka may ginawa kang mali, hindi mo siya i-blame sa ibang tao. So, for example, may nasira ka dun sa pinagkatrabahuhan mo, hindi mo na ituturo na siya po. You will be willingly embrace what you have done, na ako po kasi yan, pasensya na po. Diligence, of course, so pagiging matyaga. Yan. Perseverance is pagiging porsegido. Ayan. Discipline is, that is basic. Pagiging disiplina. So, kapag sinabing hindi, hindi. Nabing oo. Next is we have universal values. So, ito daw yung mga values na meron tayo, na dapat meron. Sa pangkalahatan niya na peace, freedom, social progress, equal rights. That is according to United Nations, and human dignity. Next is we have Shalom Schwartz. So, he is a psychologist and researcher from Hebrew University of Jerusalem. He is the proponent of the basic human values, theories, methods, and applications. So, sabi niya, meron daw 10 basic human values. So, number 1 is what we call self-direction, followed by stimulation, hedonism, achievement, power, security, conformity, tradition, benevolence, and universalism. Virtues. These are adjectives that describe positive and desirable qualities that mirror a value it represents. So, for example, if ang value ay peace, therefore, ang iyong katangian ay kalmado ka lang. Kung ang value mo ay integrity, therefore, ang virtue mo ay ikaw ay katiwa-tiwala. Pagka ang value mo ay love, ibig sabihin, ikaw ay mapagmahal, ganyan, maasikaso. Respect, ang virtue mo ay respectful. Balance, ibig sabihin, ang iyong virtue ay may hustisya ka, ganyan, pantay ka, hindi ka bias. So, that is values and virtues. So, that sums up our discussion for this video lecture. Generalization of our lesson is that we are different with one another. And we are composed of different factors and aspects that influence us and make us become who we are today. So, whether it's a good or bad, we still need to appreciate it, because without those good things or bad things that happen to us, we won't be like this person or like that person that you have come today. So, sabi nga, kahit nga daw problema, matutong magpasalamat kasi ibig sabihin, you have learned something from it or you will be learning something from it. Matakot ka kapag wala ka ng problema, ibig sabihin, naku, baka katapusan mo na. Kidding aside, what I'm saying is, living means surviving, diba? Wala namang nabubuhay na puro pasarap lang. Okay, I know you're getting my point. But the thing is, it depends on how we will adapt to these struggles that we are experiencing. Kasi whatever we will learn from a certain problem will be added to who we are today. So, pasalamat pa rin tayo kasi may problema.